Where can I? Shit, where can I? Crack a beer and not get hit.
Hey man, I have to chime in. Now, y'all know I'm a DJ, so but I'm not okay, let me explain this to you. Okay. I'm not getting political on this. I like to put out information that's facts and true, but I want to mention this because he's an honorable mention, and we're not going to talk about the part where he says anything else. Okay. So we're going to get into this. I'm going to read this to you because I think y'all need to hear this. And I'm going to let you read. I'm going to let you read word for word what they say and what he says. Now, this is by Michael Katz, 11 hours ago from Newsmax. Okay, I get Newsmax feed every morning. We're not going to share sound. We're just going to pull Newsmax up, and because we can. And let me go ahead and get this out of the way. It says Willie Brown to Newsmax, is Trump too smart? Forget what that says, okay? I want to read this to you because I want y'all to understand what I'm about to talk about, okay? So, in the article, I forgot. So in the article, it says, he wasn't surprised for the Democrats' loss of President. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. We're not talking about that, okay? So let me read this part. Okay, no, it says 91, speaking to finality, admitted that the ongoing riots in Los Angeles following immigration and customs enforcement raids in the city added that Trump's political skills continue to make the Democratic Party look bad. Now, we're not talking about that part. Listen, I'm going to read this because it's very important that y'all listen to this, Democrats. We Democrats would probably have lost the election no matter who our candidate was going to be, said Brown, a Democrat of a long-time power broker in California. He was the mayor in San Francisco in 1996 to 2004. Donald Trump is just too smart, too clever, and he's playing the same game again. And believe me, it's causing us to look awfully bad under these circumstances. Now listen to what he says. It says, Brown said had such riots occurred in San Francisco when he was mayor, he would not have allowed them to get out of control. Trump activated the California National Guard and deployed Marines to Los Angeles in response to robbery. Let me be clear. I do believe the police department that I was in charge of would never allow anyone, no matter that political side they're on, do some of the things they're being done, he said. They would be right out of the box addressing the issue in a way that would have provided public safety of the people who are in their city. And guess what? I'm only mentioning this to you because your brother here, your friend here, your confidant here, Mr. Terry Russell Skillings Jr., while Mr. Willie Brown was was mayor of the city, they used to have this thing called the black and white ball. Okay, now they were like really heavy in Golden Gate Park at the time, and they were running us out of the park. And yeah, at 9 o'clock at night, like clockwork, the cops would come in like the Nazi like they are doing downtown LA. If one cop would pull in there and see anybody in the park, a bunch of people, it would take about 15 minutes and that park would be surrounded by stormtroopers, riot gear ready to go. And guess what? The security guard from McDonald's, he would be in riot gear on the line with them. The security guard in Califood would be on the line with them. 15 minutes. It would take them 15 minutes in the city of San Francisco to deploy riot gear and riot cops and riot. Willie Brown had that place locked down. You know why? Because I was arrested 5 times because we started trying to start a little so-called riot. And they're not peaceful protests, they're riots. That's a riot happening in LA. That ain't no peaceful protest. You know what a peaceful protest is? I ain't never seen one. As long as I live today, I have never seen a peaceful protest. Well, I have actually. And y'all know the cops don't mess with them either. In the city, there was a thing called critical mass. And critical mass would pull up. The cops would allow critical mass to happen. They got out of the way of critical mass. Critical mass was insane. They locked down, one year, they locked down the bridge going over to Oakland. Going from the city to Oakland. They locked the bridge down. They were trying to prove a point, and they wanted it, and they finally got it. They finally got it. And you know what that point was? They wanted to tell the city, hey, we're here. We're not going nowhere. We're going to go over that bridge. But you know what, by golly? You need to give us a way to get over back and forth. Because we are not going to use your diesel-fueled cars. We're not going to use your gasoline guzzlers. And guess what? If you'd follow these people in critical mass, that's all they did. They never rode the bus. I know a couple. I know that I went to their meeting before. I know what they're talking about. I've been to their meetings in critical mass. I've been to Homes Not Jails meetings. I've been to Food Not Bombs meetings. What do you think I was doing back in the city? I actually was part of an organization called Food Not Bombs. And I actually delivered the soup to the park, where I've got arrested twice. One for my infamous American flag naked dance. I wasn't naked. I did have underwear on. But I didn't have nothing else. But the American flag tied to my back. No, it wasn't in the upside down version because we weren't protesting the upside down. We were protesting that people should be able to eat and we shouldn't be sending bombs to wherever. And guess what? I drove the truck. That's where I learned how to run stick shift. Don't even ask me. I'm in the city in San Francisco learning how to drive stick shift. Does that make any sense? But anyway, that's where I learned. But anyway, I wanted to get up here on here and say that Willie Brown is right. Willie Brown is right. And guess what? What y'all call peaceful protesting, I'm the master of riots. I know. I wasn't part of Antifa either. I hope y'all know that. I was punk rock. We're not Antifa. We're punk rock. We will die punk rock. We will always be punk rock. Punk rock was it. Antifa is demented because they're getting paid by the government. They didn't pay me to riot and Willie Brown. That day that we jumped up and down on the squad car saying, where can we urinate? Where can we defecate? Where can we drink beer?
Where can I defecate? Where can I urinate?
That's what we were doing when we got arrested. And Willie Brown had that next guy on a question. We were in jail for defacing public property. That's what they got us for. They didn't get us for, we didn't like put dents in the car or anything like that. We were just jumping up and down on the hood. We took our boots off. That's how, well, Ditto didn't, but I did. I took my boots off and I was jumping up and down on the car lid. We were having fun. And you know what? 4 hours detox, let them go. But that's what they did. And he's not lying when he said that he would have had us arrested, and he took care of it. When I was in the city, very few riots happened in that city. Now they're happening because they ain't got no fucking cojones. Willie Brown had cojones. And I'm going to say this to you. Willie Brown is a traditional old school Democrat. They believed in law and order when order and law was in perfection. So don't get me when they say that the Democrats have never been in the law and order. They have been. They lost it. Oh, and that whole deal with the New York when Donald Trump put out that whole page thing on there and everything else. Let me tell you something. It was the Democrats. They're all Democrats. So don't get on this. Don't get on this assumption that it's just Republicans that has done this. We all need to wake up and smell the coffee. Law and order needs to come back to this country. And I'm out.
Where can I? Crack a beer and not get hit. Cops at the park yelling, move it along. Try to pee in the bush, now I'm doing it wrong. Got no home, got no rights, got no stall, but there's 10 new condos and a bathroom in the mall. Wandering, littering, criminal crime. Be frisked me for taking a leak one time. Where can I defecate? Where can I urinate? Where can I drink my beer without your badge in my ear? Bathrooms for customers only, they say, but I ain't buying 99 coffee today. I'm thirsty, dirty, and fed up as hell, but if I take a sip here, I'll land in a cell. Wrote me a ticket for public disgrace. Yes, freedom only counts in your zip code and race. Where can I defecate? Where can I urinate? Where can I drink my beer without your drone in my ear? Try to live, try to breathe, try to eat, try to sleep, try to poop without a cop taking a creep. Try to chill with a six-pack down by the pier, but now that's suspicious, unlawful, and queer. So I ask you politely, where can I defecate? Where can I urinate? Where can I drink my beer without your law so insincere? Where can I live without fear? Where can I? Where can I? Where can I? Where can I? Where can I?